I know.
They wrote me off and I ain't like that, so I'ma fight that. The bad man back. Right when you thought that it was safe to relax, you gotta scratch that. The bad man back. Healers with me for real, they right here where I'm at. They know I like that. The bad man back. Right when you thought.
Okay, man, it's your boy Big LAC. This is the Big LAC Show, and today we have Mrs. Being Beautiful Me herself, Andretta Garnes. So, Andretta, do me a favor. Start from the beginning.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm your lady being beautiful me, Andretta. That's Andretta Garnes. I'm your girl from Brooklyn, Brownsville, Marcus Garvey, and yeah, those times were good times, I have to say. Some block parties and everything. But anyway, who am I and why being beautiful me? Well, I needed a name so I can do radio. I did too because it does fit me. Being beautiful me started because I have a smile. I want people to feel good as well, and stop the bullying. Stop the bullying because I was bullied, and even as a grown person, this big age, it still happens. Doesn't feel good, even up until today. It still doesn't feel good. People will talk about you, and they don't think that I can hear you. I hear you, and not a good feeling, especially when people smile in your face, that kind of thing. I guess I've been sensitive about these things always, and I strive. And what saved my life was dance. I talk about that all the time, and that creative part, it still comes to me. I still do a little bit something here, and I still having the time where teaching people just to keep moving. I have to keep moving as well. And yeah, we get that, how you say, that motivation it gets less sometimes. I don't like it because I've always been the person to push and push others because I want to see the best in you, you know? But when my gas tank is empty, I need someone to put that gas in my tank too. That's where that motivation part I lose sometimes, and and at this big age, I get concerned. I'm still human, and I tell people all the time, myself that is, can't crawl on the rock. You got to keep moving, and just I know I can't do this by myself. It gets hard, it really does. And then I have somebody come my way to say, "You're doing a great job." And excuse me, I need some tissue. Anyway, I tell you, the time when I was growing up, when I started dancing, done a lot of backup dance for legends that you know of today, and then dancing on the big stage that everybody wanted to be on, which was the Apollo, and yes, I opened up the shows. Oh gosh, that was challenging alone, even at a young age. Of course, I had to be over 18. Okay. um I go back to that, and then someone reminded me that remembered me like years later, and she told me she started dancing because she remembered me. And the fact is, I heard that, I was like, wow, it made me like gotta keep doing it. And I started because it was my release. It was my tension, releasing tension, and very talented at it, and still am. Yes. Um, People today don't appreciate the originality, the authenticity, when it comes to expressing yourself on stage, on the floor, wherever you are. And Only a real dancer, a real artist will understand that. Okay. There's it's therapy, you know. And that was one of my things growing up in Brownsville, where I would be bullied at school or I'm bullied at home. Now, mind you, it's how can I say, you know, that look, I held my own, yeah, but still, it's not a good feeling to go through, when you don't have a father, you don't have a mother, you have your grandmother, but it's just not the same, you know? And you ever feel unprotected? Even at a big age, you feel unprotected? Yeah, that would be me. Still feel unprotected. And even today, you see on the internet, and they talk about you got to protect our black women, blah blah blah. And every day, you still, on a regular day, you don't have someone just to, I don't know, come in and fix something in your house. Can't find one decent person, but you got to be hit on every time by somebody and say, "Look, Negro, oh man, I just need you to fix this." What are you talking about? Oh yeah, that has happened and has happened. I'm like, that. Do I got use me on my phone? What the heck is going on? Anyway, so here on the Big LAC, what else you got for me? What else you got for me?
All right. So the whole purpose of this is to figure out your journey,
My journey.
where you come from, where you plan to be, where you're trying to get to. So you say you started dancing. At what age did you start?
I started when I was 10. My first piece was I started choreographing. And then I became a professional at 16. So I danced off Broadway, heading to Broadway, that's the name, but off Broadway. And and then I end up at the Apollo only because I took the initiative to talk to Percy Sutton himself, the borough president at the time, and civil rights leader, and so on. So I was around a lot of big names at the age of 18. So I took the initiative to start talking to these people about putting us on at Nanette. I was with Nanette Beard and Contemporary Dance Theater. And I had greats that really taught me and pushed me. And I'm like, why are you on me so much? Bruce Hawkins, yes. God bless him. We lost him some years ago. Not too long ago, actually. And yeah. Where am I going right now? You say?
Yeah.
Oh.
But that wasn't part of it.
What?
So
I'm sorry.
What
I
stopped?
go off.
So what stopped the dancing? Like what brought you to? Because I met you here in Georgia, in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So what brought you here?
To Atlanta, to Georgia. Well, you start taking care of everyone else, kids, husband, and life just life. And it's, how can I say? It's just life starts taking over. Though the dream is still there, and I do want to continue with that still. I'd be in my car and I'd be like, oh yeah, and I'm thinking of a piece already. How does she look? And I'm alive at that time, and I know I'm like, okay, I need to go rent this. I need to find a studio, find a place, where I can feel free. I feel free when I'm on the floor, you know. Um, that's where I want to go. And of course, being here in Atlanta, I came to Georgia with my kids and my husband. I'm now divorced. Gosh, thank goodness.
Will he say the same? Thank goodness.
No, actually, he won't because he was begging me not to. I'm like, no, we're divorced, dude. We're divorced. Because he disappeared. He was doing, who? When I look back, I'm like, whoa, wow. We doing okay. No, he was a narcissist. He is a narcissist. He is.
He's still in Georgia?
He's in Georgia. He's now in Georgia. I don't know. To tell you the truth, I really don't know.
You know.
No, I really don't. No, I really don't. If for me to find that out, I probably would ask my daughter because she talks to him more than I do. I don't need to talk to him. I don't need to talk to him. Okay. I have nothing to talk to him about. I really don't. So, yeah.
Is your phone your comfort animal?
My phone, my comfort animal, I want to make sure I muted it. That's what I'm doing it right now. Sorry. Because I know it's muted. Okay.
So you stopped dancing at what age? 20, 21?
When the show right before, like literally a year before they became televised, is when the dancers and became everyone starts coming. Some disagreements started happening, or what may have you, and that's what happened. I will. That's what happened. I don't know what else to tell you. That's what happened. I continued on to do certain things, here and there, and then go to school. My grandmother had passed, so that was really a pivot in my life when she had passed on. And then I had a child, then I was pretty much to myself, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Life. That's all I can say. Life. It doesn't end, so I have to keep going. I have to keep going when it comes to that, and I guess I'm still trying to find my way. I'm still trying to find my way. And hey, you're never too old to find your way, Herb.
All right. So when I met you, you were doing radio.
Yes, and I love it. I love it, and that's one thing I want to continue to do. And now it's podcasting. Now you got to switch off. Yeah.
So how did you fall into that?
Well, I met a gentleman at the time, and then he introduced the idea, and I was like, "Huh? What? What? Okay, well, then I started like, okay, when I do have something to say, I do have something to talk about. Okay, fine. I believe I do, and I didn't think I don't, but okay, let's go for it." And being that dancing wasn't the only thing. I've done backstage work. I've been a stage manager, I do voiceovers. Why not? Okay, it's perfect. Modeling and so on. So it was just a lot of things. I done touched everything pretty much in this industry background. Been on sets and so on. I'm an actress as well. So, and I also have a single, and it's out there somewhere. Child, look, I've touched pretty much things just to keep myself moving and feel good about it, I suppose. Many hats. Teach me, I'll learn. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Even if I got to sweep a floor, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I did.
So what did you radio first? Was it AUMA?
It was at AUMA.
How was that experience?
Oh, that experience right there. It was good, actually, I have to say. It was a learning experience. As far as just the process and working in a place, and then the other part with the management part was like, okay, well, I think that's any job, you're going to have something, I suppose, but nothing to really like talk about, let's just say. I have to say it was a good experience. It was an experience. It taught me something. Put it that way. It taught me something.
And what did you go after that?
Oh, then I went to IBNX and with Trish, and that was very good as well. Again, an experience. I thought about her yesterday, but anyway, yeah, I just it was good. It was good. It was good.
So now you're into podcasting.
Now podcasting, I think I'm finding as I've done some of the research, everyone is doing this podcasting, whether if it's at home, and of course, the YouTube thing, and then the Spotify thing, and they're making it easy for everyone. Everyone got something to say, but I'm hearing a lot of things that all sound the same. They all sound the same. They all sound the same. Like, we all talking about relationships. Okay, are we talking about, what are we talking about? Unless we're talking about your relationship, okay, then that's something, then let's get into that. What I like, what I want in a man, this and that. Now let's talk about stuff. Okay, I want to hear you. Let's hear that. Okay, well, let's talk. Let's go a little deeper though. No, let's not keep it there. Let's not keep the superficial part. Layers. There's layers and layers. Let's just say, I'm thinking chakras, but there could be 20 layers right there. Y'all only at 2. Go a little deeper. That's how I see it. Go a little deeper.
Do you think with that, well, podcasting has been out for about 20 years.
It's been out for 20 years, but it's gotten popular
Since COVID.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna keep going? Or do you think the market is way too saturated?
I think it is saturated, but it will keep going. Unless there's something else that's coming up that we need to, what? Holograms? They already started that. They're gonna make that possible too.
I think they're gonna revert back to radio.
You think they're gonna revert back to radio?
I think a lot of people, because radio was dying, but I think a lot of people are going back to listening to radio now. What you
Podcasting is more for visual, correct?
podcast?
Well, no, it's audio and visual.
Most podcasts are audio. It's cheaper to do an audio podcast than a video.
Which is true. So look, I'm in it. What we need to do makes sense. Hey, I'm with it. I don't know. If we go back to radio, let's go back to radio. Look, I did it already. Let's go back. Do the podcast. Okay, let's go there. Hey, you got to be, adjust, right?
You said you did. You said that you did dance. You ever thought about becoming a instructor?
Yes, I already. I'm working on that. Everyone's like, well, Andretta, you don't have to dance. You can just instruct. Knowing me, I probably have to get out there, but I'm like, my knees say different. And I had actually, as a dancer, you're going to have some knee issues. And yes, it started when I was actually in high school. It started with my knees because I dance, and then it go away, boom, boom, boom. And as you get older in this big age, your knees start doing something else, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, but then it's not so much my knees, it's more my muscles, so we got something to work on. I got work to do. Still working on it.
What kind of dance did you do?
I was doing, of course, I had to learn ballet. Oh gosh, ballet.
Can you still do it?
I have, look, my technique, all of that is there. My technique is there. Now I can't do 6 o'clock, leg, toes in the air straight. Okay. No, I probably was at 5 to 6. Yes. Okay. But now it's, the technique is there, and yes, I can teach it. My thing is about having freedom on the floor, and yes, there's formation. Yes, there is everything is there's always order on the floor. There's always humbleness when you're on the floor. There's always, you're telling a story when you're on the floor. You're telling a story as soon as you walk through the door. And my thing is working with women and men. When you walk into a room, you own the room. How do you own the room? Well, you're not doing this. You're here, and you're not here. Your chin's down a bit, and you walk with confidence, and to the point where you almost like you're floating in that room. That's how you do that, and that's what I want to teach.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So have you given it a lot of thought, or it's just been a fleeting?
No, I have been giving it a lot of thought. A lot of thought, definitely.
Looking for any backers or sponsors or anything?
Am I looking for? I haven't thought about doing that because, I guess I haven't introduced it to anyone really, and I don't know who to go to. Let me just put it that way. Now, I guess if I bring up the idea to anyone, and and they believe what I'm talking about, and they help me out with that, hey, I'm more for it. it's just working with people. Just let me be me, because I know when people you come in and they start changing your idea. No, you don't change my idea. You're gonna back me, and if you wanted to add two, that's okay. We can talk about that, and we can move on. My thing is that having people just to keep moving. Just keep moving. Feel good about yourself. I don't care if you're 400 or 500 pounds. Keep moving. Feel good about you. Don't let nobody tell you different. Okay. And if they do, they're not for you. Okay. You might want to go ahead and get rid of them out of your life. And that's how I see it. And that's how I've been doing it. Because I got no time for all of that. I really don't. Now, I don't care what age you are or what life, part of life that you're in.
All right. You're a parent, right?
I am.
How many kids?
I have 3 children.
Boys, girls?
I have 2 girls and 1 boy.
Are they of age?
All my children are of age. They are of age. My oldest is married, and she's going on her 4th child. And my second daughter, she has 3 of hers. So yeah, she's under 30, and she's 28 or 29. Look, I forgot. Anyway, you kind of forget when they like out the house and got their own a little bit. I just know she's born 95, the other one born in 88. And my son, he's 23.
So, as a parent,
Yes.
I'm a parent also.
Yes.
As a parent, I've been talking to a lot of people that are parents that have smaller kids, because I have adult kids and I have a 3-year-old also, young kids.
Yeah.
And I was having a conversation with a guy the other day, and he was saying that the most important thing to him is that his kids don't have to come back and ask him for anything.
Yes.
And I agreed. I agreed a little bit, but I think the most important thing to me as a parent is I have kids that can think critically. Like, because anybody can make money and not come back, but if you're in a bind, you should be able to get your way out of it without having to call somebody.
Yeah.
What do you think when you raised your kids? What was the most important thing you thought that they should be able to do, and it make you think, okay, I did a good job, make you feel like that you did a good job?
My kids don't come for me for anything.
No, but I'm saying, what trait did you give them?
Oh, I guess I never really thought about it. All I want them, I want them to, be able to handle themselves and think it through and think for themselves, being independent, somewhat independent, I suppose. Not depend on the government or whatever the case is. And I just want them. I've always thought I want them to be safe, and I want them to grow up and be good citizens. I suppose I want them to have great traits where they go out and do their, think for themselves and make money on their own, and and not depend on or have to gravel to anyone, that kind of thing. I suppose. I guess I never really thought about that, but they're doing it. Yeah, all right. They don't call me for anything. I be calling them. They be like, oh gosh.
Do all your kids still stay in Georgia?
All my children, except for my son, but my girls are here in Georgia.
Where's your son?
He's in Florida.
Oh,
yeah.
A job?
No, my son, he's in Florida for a different type of reason. At age 10, he came down with psychosis.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So that was it's a journey. That was a journey, and I think that was part of the delay with my own life. Because being a parent of a child that has mental illness, that takes your whole world. That takes your whole world. It does. And any parent that has a child with mental illness, they will say yes, indeed. And you have to take time to the point where you don't even have time to take for yourself. And I think that's why I became a certified peer specialist as well for the parent, where I work with parents that do have children with mental illness. And I talk to the parents to make sure that they input self-care. And self-care is important, because if you're depleting everything, away from yourself, and you're taking care of everyone else, and there's no one to take care of you. Now you can't even take care of nobody else, because there's no more of you now. So that's one of those things I've been taking certifications and licenses for this and that. That's what I've been doing these past few years, and have something under my belt to do something, for the state or for the government or what may have you. So I've been doing those kinds of things as well when I'm not on the radio, when I'm not doing a podcast, or I might be buying some real estate or for something or buying a business. That's what I'm doing. Becoming a notary as well. So yeah, all of those things. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you on out of here.
You are?
Oh yeah, it's time to.
We are.
Went by fast, huh?
Yeah.
So, is there anything in your future that's coming up that you want to share with people to be on the lookout for?
Well, I mean, I don't. There are a lot of things I am doing. I really can't discuss at this moment. But just I have my single. Please go ahead and get vitamin D. Listen to that. Some dance. Someone. It's suggestive. Sexually, but nothing scary. Okay. Still acting. Still doing those things. Still waiting for those calls to come in. That kind of thing. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's basically it.
All right.
Be
I
looking for more.
appreciate you coming through.
No, I really appreciate you.
You
Hey,
real
thank you.
patient, sitting around till it was time to tape. I appreciate that.
Oh,
I
quite welcome.
appreciate it. All right, man. This has been the Big LAC Show. We had Mrs. Andretta Garnes in the building. Make sure you check out that single, Vitamin D.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. It's suggestive, guys. It's not ratchet.
No,
but it is.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
No, it's not.
You can try to sweeten it up all you want to. That's a nasty song. It's not nasty as in vulgar, but
that's what I mean. It's not ratchet.
But it's nasty. Oh yeah, yeah.
He says it's nasty. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the link in the YouTube description so they can know. They can go to it and they can see for themselves.
Well, you can see it or you listen on Spotify. I like it on Spotify because Spotify has a different sound. It kind of brings it out a little bit more.
Different compression. Do you have a video for that?
No, I don't. I like I said, there was a lot of firing that needed to be done. There was a lot of things. My whole camp, it was just a lot. I don't know. Anyone that knows when you have a team, and then all of a sudden everyone is not doing what they're supposed to do, and things just start dealing with behaviors and just personalities, that's not conducive for the company. No. There were a lot of changes. So I'm not regretting them, and I don't like how it went. I'm not bothered, or well, maybe a little bothered, but I'm not letting that hold me back where, oh my gosh, because they're gone, now I can't do this and such and such. Look, go ahead and listen to it, boom, boom, boom. And I'm always looking to do more, if anything, and do something better with someone else or whatever the case is. And I just have to do me, period. And if I have to do it myself, that's what I'm doing.
Outstanding. Give everybody your social media.
Oh, my social media, you can go to The Original Being Beautiful Me. The Original Being Beautiful Me. That's a mouthful, right? That's on Instagram. And then on TikTok, it's Original, not the, THE, Original Being Beautiful Me on TikTok. And then Andretta Garnes, which I just, my Facebook was hacked. Yes, it was. So all of my stuff from doing radio is gone. And oh God, that one bothers me, okay? So I'm surprised they even let me do another Andretta Garnes. So that's there. I even done covers, for Corbet, Exotica. I did that. All the girls are out. That was fun to do. But yeah, we all right. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yes, man. Once again, I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
We got to do this again. So.
Yes.
And that's been the Big LAC Show, man. Peace out.
Don't mind me.